gonna grab me a nice fork, grab me a nice knife.
You don't need the knife, bud. It's tender enough.
Oh, wow, okay. It says I don't need the knife. I don't need the knife. This award-winning country fried steak, chicken fried steak. Jeremiah! Yeah! That is so good! Best chicken fried steak I've ever had. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of America's Best Restaurants. Today, we are in Colstrip, Montana, as I'm getting ready to check out Mulligan's Restaurant and Pub. And from what I understand, they have an award-winning chicken fried steak that I'm finna eat and a delicious burger that's dedicated to a special friend. So let's go inside, have some fun, and of course, get to the eating. So right now, back here in the kitchen to get things kicked off, I got Jeremiah, one of the owners here at Mulligan's. Jeremiah is about to make me chicken fried steak, am I right?
Yep.
What are we gonna start off with here?
A cube steak. I'm gonna bread it in flour in our own seasonings that we make here in-house.
What are you washing that in right there?
Egg and heavy cream.
Okay, nice combination. Now I'm really excited to taste this. Is there any kind of special seasoning that you have inside of that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yes is a full sentence, as if you didn't understand. All right.
I actually went to 2 competitions with that chicken fried steak and won them both.
So I'm about to get award-winning chicken fried steak right now.
And we cook it in clarified butter because we don't like that fake stuff.
Okay, so this delicious, crispy-looking chicken fried steak just came off the stove. Okay, so we're gonna get this. I'm gonna grab me a nice fork, grab me a nice knife.
You don't need the knife, bud. It's tender enough.
Oh, wow, okay. It says I don't need the knife. I don't need the knife. Right, oh, he is so right. I cut right through this thing with my fork. Oh, come on, man. This award-winning country fried steak, chicken fried steak. Best chicken fried steak I've ever had. Jeremiah! Yeah! That is so good! First off, one of my issues a lot of times with chicken fried steak, when I look at it, it looks like a giant chicken cutlet, and my brain thinks it's getting chicken. This looks like a chicken fried steak. When you get that flavor of that cube steak, the seasonings you have in it, and then how you washed it, and the egg, I am not lying to you guys. This is probably the best chicken fried steak I've ever had in my life. If this is a sign of things to come for the rest of this episode today, man, I'm in for a real treat. Yeah! Okay, guys, so now is the moment of truth. We are sitting here with the 2 owners of Mulligan's. I have Jeremiah and Sam right next to me. First of all, thank you so much for your service to our country. Both military veterans, both in the Army. And that's where you guys met, as a matter of fact, too, right? Mm-hmm. But, the military, wasn't your entire existence, right? You have actually worked in several different restaurants before this.
Correct. Well, I actually started here when I was 14. I was a dishwasher for the Crolls, and they owned Mulligan's for, I think it was 18 years.
Since we've been here, we've seen, pretty much like your whole family come out. I've met your mother, I've met your mother, I've met your son. I feel like I've met people that have known you guys forever. Talk to me about these relationships that you guys have forged that has the community coming out for you, because obviously you mean a lot to these people and these people mean a lot to you guys.
Everybody in town knows us. We know everybody in town. Everybody knows our son, Jason. Before we opened this place, I didn't know anyone in town. And then now that we've opened this place, I'll go to the store and people I don't recognize will say, "Hi, Sam, how are you?" And I'm like, "I'm great, how are you?"
Nice.
Small town living, that's the way that I was raised.
It's one of the reasons why I love coming to these smaller towns like this, because you guys still have such a sense of community, because, you guys are all you got.
Yeah, we're 2 hours from the biggest town in Montana. The nearest Walmart is, 80 miles away?
Wow. Man, well, obviously the sense of community is really strong in here. Obviously the sense of family is really strong here. And obviously your commitment to the service that you guys have, because you have your chair dedicated to fallen soldiers. Mm-hmm. Would you like to talk a little bit about what that means to you guys?
It's for the soldiers that never came home. They always have a place in my restaurant.
If they can't come home, Somebody's got to remember them.
You know, you all have to remember those who serve because, you know, freedom ain't free. You know, it's not just a saying, it's the truth.
Yep.
You know?
110%.
One of the things that I love, because you guys just have such tremendous respect for, you know, so many things, that it's obvious that it translates very well when it comes to the food. But one of the things that like really had my jaw hit the floor is the fact that you make your own bacon and sauces, which is also featured in this dish I'm about to tear up right now.
We brine it for 7 days and smoke it for 24 hours and then slice it.
Ever since I heard that he makes his own sausage, makes his own bacon, I've been like, I gotta try this, okay? I gotta try this, and this thing looks like it's gonna go hard. What is this called right here in front of me?
It's a Hobo Platter. Mushrooms, hash browns, bacon, sausage, 3 eggs, peppers, onions.
Oh, very good. Oh, man. First of all, that sausage, amazing. This is a perfect hungry man's breakfast platter right here. That is amazing. And you told me you invented this, right? Mm-hmm. What was the circumstances you invented this?
To be funny, when me and my mom ran the Kobo for a while, we get truckers in and they were like, oh, that's not enough food. So I was like, all right, I got you. And I made that and I was like, if you finish it, I'll buy it for you.
Nice.
And I had one guy finish it and then order another one to go.
And he paid for both.
And he paid for both.
Thank you, trucker, for getting him to make this, because this is absolutely phenomenal. This is a home run, dude. We're gonna move over to this burger right here. This isn't just any regular burger.
It's the Buzzy Burger.
The Buzzy Burger.
It's named after a friend of ours.
Your friend that the Buzzy Burger was named after is the catalyst, actually, for you having this restaurant right now, right?
Yeah, she is. Well, we had a neighbor, her name was Buzzy. And so she got cancer. She didn't want to eat anything, and I kind of felt bad for her husband, so I brought him over a burger, and I was like, hey, Merle, I brought you a burger. I know Buzzy won't eat anything, but I like to feed you. And he's like, well, I appreciate it. And about an hour later or so, he calls me back. He's like, hey, I hate to be rude, but can I get another one of those? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, Buzzy ate it, all of it. I was like, that's a big burger. Yeah, sir. So I brought him over another one for him, and she's like, that was a really, really good burger. And I was like, I'll make you one whenever you want. The day before she died, I made her one, and after she passed, we were all hanging out. I was talking to Merle, and he's like, you should open a restaurant. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't financially do that right now. And he's like, yeah, you can. I'm like, oh, whatever, it's just drunk talk, just junk. And then he came over the next day with a check and said, open a restaurant.
Wow.
So I did.
It's hard pressed to find someone who hasn't been touched by cancer.
Right.
It's hard to eat, it's hard to keep stuff down. The fact that this burger, one of, or if not her last meal, is not only emotional, but that also must give you the utmost confidence that no matter what challenges you guys face, that you can't stop, huh?
We won't stop. Like we built this in remembrance of her. Like that burger is what started this whole thing.
God bless, the memory of Buzzy. You were telling me a little bit earlier about who she was as a person, and telling me that she was basically the type of person, like she didn't even, people didn't even know she had cancer until she had passed, because she was more worried about other people. You were in there specifically because you had an injury, and that's how you got close with her. The type of people that are always more worried about others, those are the most special people.
100%.
And when you lose somebody like that, that never can be healed. So thank you so much for sharing that story with the people of America's Best Restaurants. It's absolutely touching, and I got goosebumps right now. It's just beautiful that you guys were there for her like that. Well, in the memory of Buzzy, I think it's time for me to eat this burger. So what I want to do, I want to get the rabbit food out of here. Do you mind if I get the rabbit food off?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Look at this. Come on, man. Look at this. Look at the size of this burger right here.
It's a 10-ounce burger.
This is a monster that I am really looking forward to smashing. So what is special about this burger? Because I know there's something special about this burger, isn't there?
Sausage, bacon, and beef, and then my own seasoning. I made it.
That is a good burger. The flavor in that meat is so delicious. Between the savory seasonings, the sausage, and the bacon in there. I'm sorry, one more bite. I'm sorry, because I gotta figure out something real quick. I gotta make a decision on something real quick. Yeah, baby. That is a cheeseburger. Thank you guys so much for giving me such a delicious meal. 2 delicious meals, well, actually 3 if you want to count the kitchen. Thank you guys so much for serving our country. Thank you guys for being awesome people.
We try.
And thank you guys so much for being special to Buzzy.
Thank you for that.
You guys are amazing. We've had a great time here. Thank you for having America's Best Restaurants here.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
If we have Monday Night Football, I'm going to have Rocky Mountain oysters. Usually when you come out, you're with a group of people, kind of a small town atmosphere. We all know each other. Not uncommon for folks to stop by your table and just start talking to you. It's a pretty laid back environment, good place to come and eat. Bring your family.
Woo, boy, I gotta tell you, everything that I had here at Mulligan's was absolutely off the hook. And I'm telling you, that was the best chicken fried steak that I have ever had in my life. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, that thing was absolutely fire. And then of course that Hobo Platter was just scrumptious. But the Buzzy Burger not only was an amazing burger, but it had a great reason for its very existence. And naturally, in memory of Buzzy, this was an excellent episode of America's Best Restaurants here at Mulligan's Restaurant and Pub. Unfortunately, it's time for us to keep it pushing. So with that said, I'm Theo Williams for America's Best Restaurants. Hope to see you.